Welcome to this episode of our program Daily Debate. As usual, we will be discussing important topics. Tonight we have two important topics. The first of which is marking a very dear celebration and a very dear occasion in our history, which is the 71st Police Day, in which President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi was keen to attend the celebrations marking this day at the Police Academy today in New Cairo, where he spoke about how dear this occasion is in the heart of all Egyptians, plus of course paying respect to the families of the martyrs and of course shedding light on the sacrifices made by the our brave police in face of terrorism and all other challenges. This would be our first segment. In our second segment, we'll be speaking about the state's keenness to boost the industrial sector in face of all the challenges, and also in several measures that were taken. One of them is already an initiative of £150 billion for this upcoming stage to boost this sector, plus of course other important measures that were taken. Before we delve into our discussion, first let's have a quick look on this report. And President Sisi attends the 71st Police Day celebrations. Let's watch.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi attended on Monday the celebrations of the 71st Police Day at the Police Academy in New Cairo. Addressing the ceremony, President al-Sisi extended the highest expressions of greetings, appreciation and respect to the families of the police martyrs, saying there is nothing more precious than sacrificing the lives of our sons for the homeland. And that is what these families have done willingly, not seeking a reward or gratitude. They only want their homeland to keep its head high. The President said that Egypt should not forget the sacrifices of martyrs and injured in the confrontation against terrorism. The head of state added that fate destined the 25th of January to be a symbol not only of the police day and in honor of the heroism and sacrifices of its men, but also a banner for the spirit of defiance of the Egyptian people, from whom the police heroes emerged to stand up to the occupier on the 25th of January, declaring, with deeds not words, that death for the sake of the homeland is easier than accepting defeat and surrendering to it. He stressed that state building is inconceivable without preserving national security with all its elements and components. Also, the economy cannot grow and its potential cannot be unleashed without a solid, modern and integrated infrastructure, reiterating that the homeland cannot endure and survive without maintaining national security and safeguarding it from the threats that are well known to the great people of Egypt, who are aware of all the complexities in the region and of the repercussions domestically. Within this context, the President said that civil police are exerting unfathomable efforts and are making sacrifices that the homeland highly appreciates and values. These sacrifices and efforts by the police contribute significantly to building the homeland and protecting the security of all Egyptian citizens living on this pure land. In his remarks, the President stated that developments on the international stage over the past few years carried to the entire world, of which Egypt is a part, extremely complicated events which started with the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic, followed by the Russia-Ukraine crisis. These developments were not seen in decades and are a premonition of major changes at both the international, geopolitical and economic levels. These are facts that reflected negatively on the majority of the world countries and Egypt. Despite the aforementioned, President al-Sisi reiterated the government's commitment to supporting and standing by the people, particularly the limited income brackets and neediest segments who are engaged in a formidable daily struggle. He stressed that the national projects which the state carried out in the last decade were necessary for economic development and not a luxury. Police Day is celebrated on January 25th to commemorate the police heroism in the struggle against the British occupation on that day in 1952. Monday's event included a showing of a documentary titled Every Day a New Challenge on the efforts of the police forces in combating terrorism and confronting crime to safeguard the public. During the ceremony, the President honored spouses and sons and daughters of some of those martyred or took part in the Battle of Ismailia on that date, and also ratified the promotion of police officers who fought in the war against terrorism.